Welcome to the Simply Sales Podcast. This is where we share and discuss our experiences in the world of sales and business. Each week, we will provide you with actionable content to help you improve your sales game. Thank you for taking the time to listen. We hope you enjoy this episode. Welcome to episode 17 of the Simply Sales Podcast. On this episode, I'd like to share with you my insight and some tips on how to use social media for your business. So, in my opinion, social media in business has two key kind of areas. So the first one is to create some form of brand awareness. So that's to tell the world about who you are, what you do, and how you do it. Okay. Secondly, and later on down the line, it's to enable you to either sell your product or service, or potentially drive traffic to your website or landing page with an offer where you can then start to recoup some form of money for your time and effort that you've put into building up your social media presence. Now, if you use social media effectively, you can do both of those things for free. You don't need to pay for advertising. You can if you want to, and I'm not saying that you won't get better results by not paying for it, but you can have results and make money via using social media the free way. So if you've not used social media for your business, then now is the time. As we move into 2019, a lot of businesses and a lot of consumers are now leaning more towards, trust, transparency, and obviously with the evolution of technology, going back 20 years ago, there's a lot more that's available to the consumer. Customer reviews, ratings, and so on, that determine where, how, and when the customer buys and if they buy from you. So it's even more important nowadays to have a social media account for your business. Now, even more so, if you've just set up a small business or a home-based business on the side that maybe you're doing in your part-time, evenings, weekends, that sort of thing, because you want to generate an extra income, you're not going to have, a £500 a month marketing budget, £1,000 a month marketing budget. You're going to have zero budget to put into it. Social media is an amazing free source of business for free. There's no cost. You don't have to pay a penny, and you can promote your business, sell your product or service completely for free. Okay, so this is the steps that I'm about to take you through will help you generate money, and they will help you improve your brand awareness. So, step one, if you haven't already, you need to set up accounts on all of the major platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. If you're thinking, well, I don't need YouTube because I'm not going to use it, I would still recommend setting it up. And the reason why is once you've set up your account, you've secured the name. So if you want to have your name across all of your accounts the same, so that when a customer goes from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter to YouTube, it's the same name, then you need to do that from day one. Because if you set up your Facebook account and your Instagram account today, and then 6 months' time decide you want to start doing YouTube and putting some videos on there to provide value to your customer, the likelihood is you're not going to be able to have the same name because someone else has already taken it. It's like a domain name. Once you've registered that domain name, it's yours. No one else can take it. So you need to secure the name. So I'd recommend setting up every single profile now, today. Get it done. Once you've activated the profiles, you then need to complete it. So you need to have an image, and that could be your photo or that could be your company logo. You need to have your contact details of who you are, perhaps a phone number or an email address. If you have a shop or a premises, a business premises where the customer can visit you, you need to have your address on there. Transparency is key in this, because the more you are transparent with your customers, the more that they will feel at ease with buying from you, because they'll feel like they know you. You also need to have a brief description on your bio about who you are, what you do, the services that you provide, and so on. You just want to make it as friendly and as customer orientated as you can. So set up all of the profiles on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. make sure you complete the profile. Step 2, now you've set up all of those accounts, you then need to decide what type of content you're going to put on and put out there, and when you're going to do it. So step 2, what type of post are you going to do? You can do a combination. You can do a written post, you can do a photo or an image, you can do a video, you can do a live on Facebook, you can also do Instagram stories or Facebook stories. There's so many different options out there. If you're starting out, I would probably suggest doing a combination of written posts and an image. Okay, if you're camera shy and you don't want to do videos and you don't want to do selfies, then don't do what you don't feel comfortable with. Okay, later on down the line you can do that, but you don't need to do that today. So to give you an idea of what type of content you could post, in all honesty, I can't tell you exactly what to post, but I can give you an idea. And I'll probably do another episode. I will. 100%. I'll do another episode. I'll do a separate episode on content creation, how to come up with content, and give you some more information about creating content for your consumers. But just to give you an idea, let's say, as an example, your business is carpet cleaning. Okay, so you could do perhaps a before picture of the carpet before you've cleaned it, and then you could do an after picture, and you could put them side by side, and you can download an app called Pic Collage or whatever it is, and you could have those two pictures next to each other, so your potential future customers can see what that carpet looked like before you got there, or before you cleaned it, and then after you cleaned it, and they can see the difference. And obviously, if you're good at your job, then that picture will say 1,000 words to that consumer that's seeing it. Yeah, so that's just one way. You could maybe post a customer's review. Okay, so if someone's giving you a 5-star review on Google, then you could post that. Perhaps someone has taken delivery or collected a product, whatever it is. You could take a picture of them with their product. Maybe if you're a gardener, a landscape gardener, you could have take a picture of the customer in their garden after you've completed it. And again, you could do a before and after shot. Maybe you could get a little testimonial from the customer. Perhaps if you feel camera shy, you could ask your customer if they would mind that if you did a little recording and they said a couple of words, said a few words about you. Because then again, that just builds more credibility that you are who you say you are. You do provide the good job that you say you're going to do. Okay, so deciding on what type of content you want to post, that's the first step of step 2. The next thing you need to then decide is how often you're going to post. So you may want to post once a week, you may want to post once a day, you may want to post 2 times a day. It's completely up to you. There's no minimum, there's no maximum. However, one thing I would say is remember that consistency is key. So in all honesty, I would recommend that you post at least once every couple of days. In an ideal world, you want to be posting daily, maybe a couple of times a day. I appreciate that you may not have time if you've set up a small business and you're doing it around your current work commitments and then family commitments, and then you're waiting for the children to go to bed. You may not have time to do that. So I've got a little trick up my sleeve. You can download a free app called Hootsuite. Okay, all one word, Hootsuite. It is a free application where you can share and schedule your social media posts. Okay, and you can use Hootsuite to post your social media post for you at the time and day that you set. And you can post it across Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So you can post across all 3 platforms, one single post, and you can schedule that post to go out. Now, if you plan on a Sunday evening what you want to get done the next week, on a Sunday evening you could create all of your content, you could post it all to Hootsuite, and then it's all primed, ready to go out for the week ahead. So if you've created 5 pieces of content, one for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, you can have all that done on Sunday and it's ready to go out. So then everything's due to go out. You haven't got to worry about it. You can continue working your business and generating the income, but at the same time, you're also then building your brand awareness, providing content, providing value to your customers and your future customers. So it's a great way and a great little trick up your sleeve to be able to be consistent with your approach. And consistency is key in anything that you do. To be successful, you have to be consistent. So I'd fully recommend Hootsuite. Just to be clear, I don't get any referrals or any money from you downloading it. It's just purely and simply one of those things I think is too good to miss out if you are a small business, but you still want to create that perception that you are bigger than what you are by having, strategic posts that go out at the time that you decide. The next step that I would recommend is creating, if you don't already, a personal Facebook page. Okay. The reason why I'm saying this is because there's a hidden gem to Facebook that could change everything. Setting up your business page is one thing. Having your personal page and then directing people to your business page is the next thing. So hidden in Facebook, you have communities and you have groups. There's hundreds of them. There's thousands of groups and communities out there. So in your town or in your village or in your city, wherever you are, there will be a community group or a selling page where people, sell their old stuff that they want to get rid of. There potentially could be a business page where people advertise their businesses, their products or their services in that local area. So as an example, where I live here in Aylesbury, we're in a housing estate called Berryfields. Now, on completion, there's going to be an estimate of 3,000 homes approximately. So at the moment, if there's 2,500 houses here now already, say, and say 50% of them are in that community that we've got, then there is at the very minimum 1,250 people in the community. However, if there's say an average of 2 adults in a house and both of those adults are in that house, there could be anywhere up to 5,000 people in that community. Now, on there, you see people asking for recommendations. Can anyone recommend a cleaner? Can anyone recommend a gardener, a window cleaner? Can anyone recommend a local takeaway? Where's the best place to get this? Where's the best place to get that? That is the hidden gem that you need to utilize. And to do that, you need to have a personal Facebook page. So I would recommend searching all of your local areas. So literally, if you go onto Facebook and you type in the name of your town or city into the search bar, it will then bring up all the different communities or groups. You may have seen them. You may have used them to sell products before. Maybe it was some old clothes or whatever that you've had laying around that you wanted to get rid of rather than taking them to the tip or whatever. You may have sold them on there. It's a perfect example of a free platform where you can advertise your business, product or service to the masses, but in your area. So rather than if you go back 10 years ago, you might have paid say £500 or whatever it was to put an advert in the Yellow Pages for the year. Here you can do it for free. With the advancements of technology, everybody can have effectively an online marketing presence for free, and social media has made that possible. I'm recording the podcast now to you. Go back 10, 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, the only way for me to get my message to the masses was to be on a radio show. Okay, and that cost thousands and thousands of pounds to set up. Whereas here I am in my office recording this episode that's going to be published online that you can listen to anywhere in the world. And technology, it has made being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, making money so much easier than what it was, even 10 years ago. Now we should be privileged and blessed that we have this fantastic opportunity to be able to use all of these resources. So just a quick recap, because I know that I've had feedback that you like the recap. So step 1, set up all of your business accounts on all of the platforms. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Set them up, get the names done, complete the profiles, make sure they look complete so they don't look half finished. Finish the product, finish the account, get it set up. The next step is decide on your content, what you want to post, when you want to post it. Be consistent. Download the app that I mentioned, Hootsuite. because that will enable you to schedule your posts throughout the week so that they go out and you haven't got to worry about it until the weekend, and that's then when you're preparing for it. You need to plan for this, okay? The next step is, if you haven't got a personal Facebook page already, create one. Join the local communities, the selling pages, the business pages. Guess what? If there isn't any, even better, you then create it. You can then create a Facebook community for free, and you can attract customers to you through the community. So if there's not a Facebook community, create one. Even better. Okay? Remember, be consistent in your approach. Make sure that you're providing value. Don't constantly sell on every post that you publish. Maybe post 8 pieces of social media and provide them with content and value, and then maybe every 9th post, maybe then post a sale or a promotion. Yeah, and you could do that in tune with the seasons. So maybe a Halloween or a fireworks or a Christmas or a Black Friday special. Yeah, do it in line with that. Don't do it every day, sell, because that's just going to reject, people, and they're not going to want to do business with you. I hope you find value in this episode, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, we'd really appreciate it if you could leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or Stitcher. If you'd like to connect with us, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Simply Sales Podcast. Alternatively, you can head over to the website simplysalespodcast.com.